Beautiful voice. And what a transition. Whoa. Wait, what? Is that her love? There's a lot going on here. Let's talk about it. Genshin Impact has charmed me with many of its Archon characters, but Furina has been super interesting, and there's a lot of mystery revolving around this character. So when I saw there's this new story teaser, I'm very curious what this is going to entail. If you enjoy our time together, please check out some of the other videos we've covered on this channel, including the Furina character demo, which I loved, and our World of Warcraft journey we've been going through the past few days. All right, Torioverse, what have you cooked up for us today? Lore experts, guide me. I'm so intrigued by this character, Furina. I love what they've done so far. Okay, so she's gonna be a judge, maybe?
You're wrong.
Who's this guy?
She's here.
Who's this gentleman? Oh, that's a great shot. The wide-angle lens. Singing. Beautiful voice. And what a transition. That was amazing. There's so many questions being asked here, and this is an incredible transition in editing. There's a lot going on here. Let's talk about it. Ah, beautiful lyrics too. So is she like this impartial force of nature? Whoa.
But what about your wish?
Wish.
Wait, what? Is that her love? And what is this cataclysm that's happening around them? Notice the water's dried up here. I think that's important.
If you become human, you
What?
can reveal your secret to no one.
Become
You will
human?
face suffering and loneliness.
Wait.
Is this truly what you want?
Was she like a primordial force of water and then became human? If true love were no... Oh no. Just to say farewell to him. So now the water flows, but she's gone? Oh no. That's so tragic. So he just sees the beauty of the world all around him, but he looks to the crowd, but he can't find her anymore. Oh no. And that was the guy from the beginning who was tied up, her lover? Oh no. And that's her wish. Ah, amazingly done. There's some fantastic editing and writing, lyrics and music here. What? And that's the stage. There's a lot of great questions being asked here. This is so well done. Wow, there's a lot to talk about. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. Let's break it down. Again, help me fill in the blanks here, Genshin experts, but this is amazing. This is tragic. Wow, I loved it. Like I said, if you're enjoying our time together, please make sure to subscribe, follow on Twitch, follow on Twitter, and let's continue talking about this. Wow. Okay, so
Is she here yet?
this was that guy? That's him. What is going on here? So did she have to abandon him to death? No.
I'm coming. You're wrong. She's here.
What happened here? I love this shot. This is very well composed. And it's interesting because and I think a lot of us have viewed Furina as this like very lighthearted character. Look at this. It's like a doom and gloom image. This red, this kind of darkness. And then she strides in and she does have the blues and stuff. And notice no one else has anything but red, and she has blues and cooler tones, which is really cool. It kind of shows cleansing. You know, she's water. But at the same time, it's like, it's a foreboding feeling. It's a very foreboding feeling to me. It's much more so than the other stuff. It's like, okay, interesting. But that is a great shot. And of course they chose a wide angle here to show sort of the grandiosity of her. Her gait is large, her steps are large. And that was a good choice. What's super interesting again to me is that I feel like they're actually not seeing her. No, they said she's here, but why aren't those people looking at her? What's happening here? And of course, the quote from Shakespeare in the last video was, all the world's a stage. And here we are, still, all the world's a stage to her. Something happened to her when she separated from this lover, perhaps, that she has become so impartial, so uncaring about the sort of the individuality of judgment and the humanity of the judgment that she does. Fascinating. So fascinating. Let's take a look. And let's just look at this shot again. So this is one shot. No, excuse me. One shot. All of this happens. She walks from the darkness, a spotlight. And then we have this beautiful transition as her hair separates the space. We go into the droplet, which is her pupil, and there's this whole world of beauty and tragedy inside her eye. Not only incredible transition, but it's voicing the pain of this character and the past and everything she has to hold on to and be weighed down by. Unbelievable. There's so much to say. I mean, this is a 2-minute video, you know, and this is why I'm so impressed by these. In one shot, you can say so much, and then it goes through this whole sort of out of the darkness. It's almost like, you know, we go into this flashback inside her eye. We see the beauty of this world. Whereas in the beginning, look at these colors. It's like the end of the world. It's like apocalyptic colors. And then we have this beautiful verdant colors, but it's not just the colors themselves. It's the presentation. This looks like a storybook now, right? This is the visuals of a fairy tale. Whereas the beginning is like this dark and gloomy mood. And we even have this kind of nice glow and bloom effect going on in the characters in the background here. And it almost looks like a stage, even more so. Like these look like 2D props, you know, that are propped up on the stage. Even the lighting is more even. Fascinating. So many questions here. She refers, and thee, my beloved. Who is this guy? Look at that. That's the water. That's her. Let's look at the lyrics. So we have to be careful here because in Genshin, wish means a couple of different things. It also means, you know, this sort of physical wish that exists. So this could mean a couple different things. And then there's this cataclysmic situation here. And is it that she had to leave him and this is what really is interesting to me is she says, I have to become human, but she's a human in this shot. So I think what's happening is, you know, as he saw her as this primordial water that he was in love with, which is so cool. It's such a cool sort of fairy tale idea, right? That you'd be in love with water itself. And then look at this. Yeah, the world's collapsing around them.
Human. You can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness.
So the question is, why did she do it? It's like she has to give up her love.
Is this truly what you want?
And then she does it. Only true love were enough. What a line. I must bid thee adieu. And there you go, a bittersweet fairy tale. That's the word I used, right? And that's why this imagery is so powerful. But I love this shot right here. Look what happens. Sort of the font of water here springs from this fountain. And look what happens. He's alone. He's completely alone. And this is why I love this part. Completely alone. The water spreads across the world, which would be her influence, almost like he isn't the only one who gets to love her anymore. Now, like, everybody knows her, and he doesn't get to have her anymore. And look at, as the water spreads throughout the world, the people appear, and he's no longer alone. Now, this is my favorite shot. Oh, it's beautiful. And she says, I am here, and here I shall remain. But it's him searching through the crowd, and he can't find her. There's just people enjoying their lives. So to me, it says, okay, she, to save everybody from this cataclysm, maybe, had to become human and maybe lose part of herself, part of her memory, so she doesn't love him anymore. Unclear, because he's still there, right? But now everybody's happy. The world isn't ending. But our poor friend is alone, you know? This gentleman. And I love this shot because it's just, you know, it's a great shot. It's a nice portrait. We have a beautiful shallow depth of field here, even though it is in this sort of 2D style. You can see them emulating this lens choice here, which would be, I would say, about a 1.4 f-stop. Oh, glorious, glorious focus on the character subject here. And I love it. The expression is so powerful here because it's like, it's bittersweet. That's the word they used, right? He sees the world is saved, but he's lost his love. And it's sort of a, you know, bittersweet in that it's the right thing to do, but, you know, he's going to live a life of loneliness. And he said she's going to suffer too. So then what happened here? Our friend was tied up. I think it is him. He's tied up and now he's gone. And I hope it's not some really dark truth, like she had to kill him or something. But now she's over here and he's not seen. He's not seen again. And this is sort of the physical wish in Genshin, right? And she becomes water again. And there he is. Yeah, there's our friend. He's still tied up. What in the world? And it goes to the stage closing. And to me, it's like, this is her end. This is her ending. So I have so many questions here, but, you know, suffice it to say, you know, obviously I don't expect this to give me whatever 100 hours of story in 2 minutes effectively. But what I will sing the praises of here is that it is so well done in explaining the emotions to me. And I think it's to be praised from the filmmakers here that I got so much of what's going on here from a character standpoint, from the emotions of it, and also sort of contextually speaking, the music is so powerful, and you know the notes of the music are so powerful in getting across those feelings to me. Like this part right here, like I said, this sort of turn that he makes, so tragic and powerful right here. Oof. And notice the little, there's some interesting editing here to kind of add a little flair, literally in this case, some flair. You see how they do this little flare across for the transition. And I kind of like it because it's almost like, you know, it's almost like a half dream, fantasy, you know, there's flares, there's the camera flashes in his face. It's kind of blinding and he's just like, you know, in a daze because he can't find her. And the bittersweet, like to see people so happy and then this man completely empty. I think that's what makes it so effective. And that's sort of the beauty of film. Because, you know, the lyrics are telling us something a little bit different than that. But to behold the world in all its beauty, we see these people, you know, loving life and enjoying it. And this guy is empty. But yeah, I'm so curious what is happening on this cliffside. And then at the end, it's not this cataclysmic red and darkness. It's now sort of like a muted, just white background. This could mean many things. It's kind of like her world is dilapidated now because she lost him. Because now we're kind of operating from her perspective more, whereas at the beginning we're operating from the crowd's perspective or that gentleman's perspective. But it's beautiful. And I think that's kind of what's happening here is it's from her viewpoint more so at the end, her perspective. And again, this feels like a finality to her. There's a remnant of her existence on the stage. And it's like, wait a second. Yeah, very bittersweet. But a fantastic song, by the way. I just want to say, a beautiful, beautiful song, and not at all what I expected once again. So really, really nice. But I'm curious what you guys think of this. And again, with context, I'm sure I'll be able to understand this a lot better, but this was just a joy to check out. Wow. And like I said, if you enjoyed our time together, please make sure to subscribe, follow over on Twitch, Twitter. We're going to be covering World of Warcraft continuing, and I would love to see some in-game cutscenes with Furina. It's really piqued my curiosity now after this. There's a lot of depth to this story, so I think I'm going to I'm going to see what I can cover. We'll most likely do World of Warcraft again tomorrow, and then come back to Genshin the day after, because we got to figure this out. This is too interesting. Also, if there's any Star Rail, I forgot the name. Sorry, Star Rail fans in chat. What's going on over there? Do we have character demos coming out? Do we have another animated short? I feel like it's about time we got one of those. So I'd love to cover that as well. Anyways, you guys are the best. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day.